Whites, the summer that will define our Premier League return. Listen up, you beautiful whites. Sit down, grab your favorite pint and buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you will have you jumping off your couch, screaming at your mates, and probably punching the air with pure emotion. We're back in the Premier League, baby, but the drama that's unfolding at Elland Road right now, it's absolutely mental. I've got 3 massive stories that are happening right now as we speak, and each one of them will hit you like a sledgehammer to the gut. We're talking about a heartbreaking farewell that will bring tears to your eyes, a transfer saga that could make or break our Premier League survival, and a potential signing that could be the missing piece to our puzzle. But it's hanging by a thread. You think you know what's coming? Trust me, you don't. Each of these stories is connected like a spider's web, and when you see how they all tie together, you'll understand why this summer is going to be the most crucial period in Leeds United's recent history. So smash that like button if you're ready for this emotional roller coaster. Hit subscribe if you bleed white like the rest of us, and drop a comment telling me which story shocked you the most, because what I'm about to reveal will have every single one of you whites talking for weeks. Ready? Let's dive into the first bombshell that's already breaking hearts across Yorkshire. And here it is, whites. The name that's been whispered in the corridors of Elland Road, the player who's just sent shivers down every Leeds fan's spine with 4 simple words that say everything. Joe Gelhardt has said thank you, and it sounds like goodbye. Can you believe this? The 23-year-old striker, our own lad, who we all thought would be the next big thing at Elland Road, is essentially waving farewell after his loan spell at Hull City. This isn't just any ordinary departure story, whites. This is about dreams being crushed, potential being wasted, and the harsh reality of Premier League football. Listen to what Joe told Hull Live, and I'm warning you, it's going to hit you right in the feels. I've enjoyed every single minute that I've been here. The wins are even better when you've had a few losses as well, so just happiness and good memories. You hear that emotion in his voice? That's a player who found his home away from home, and it wasn't at Leeds. 5 goals in 20 appearances at Hull. 5 goals. Meanwhile, at our beloved Elland Road, Daniel Farke gave him exactly 9 minutes before shipping him off. 9 bloody minutes. That's not even enough time to warm up properly, let alone show what you're made of. The writing's on the wall, whites, with Joel Pirot and Mateo Joseph ahead of him, and now rumours swirling about Beto from Everton potentially arriving for big money. Our Joe is looking at being 4th choice. And that's career suicide for a 23-year-old with Premier League dreams. But here's what's really eating at me, and it should be eating at every single one of you too. We're about to let talent walk out the back door while we chase expensive names. This lad was supposed to be our future, and now Hull City fans are singing his name while we're preparing to sell him for a decent fee to fund other transfers. The heartbreak is real, whites, but this story is just the beginning of a summer that's going to test every ounce of our faith in this club, because what I'm about to tell you next will show you just how desperate our situation really is. Gustavo Harmer, there, I said it. The name that's been keeping Daniel Farke awake at night, the player who could be the difference between Premier League survival and another heartbreaking relegation. But whites, this story isn't going the way we hoped, and it's about to get your blood boiling. This 27-year-old Brazilian magician who just tore up the championship with Sheffield United, our bloody South Yorkshire rivals, is exactly what we need. 9 goals, 7 assists in the league, plus another goal in the playoffs that almost took the Blades up instead of us. The man is pure class, and Farke knows it. But here's where it gets absolutely infuriating, whites. Hamer is in no rush to leave Sheffield United. Can you believe it? We're offering him Premier League football, the chance to play at the theatre of dreams that is Elland Road, and he's settled in South Yorkshire. Settled? The Star is reporting that our move for him isn't a foregone conclusion, and that should terrify every single one of us. We've just lost Joe Rothwell back to Bournemouth, Joshua Guilavogui is walking away after his short-term deal, and our midfield is looking thinner than a Sunday roast at a vegan convention. Think about this for a second, whites. We're talking about a player who's proven himself at championship level, who knows exactly what it takes to compete at the highest level, and who could slot straight into Farke's system. But instead of jumping at the chance to join the whites, he's comfortable playing second fiddle in the championship. This is the harsh reality of where we stand. We might have 100 points and the championship title, but when push comes to shove, players still see us as a risk. They remember the last time we went up, they remember how it ended, and they're not convinced we won't make the same mistakes again. Farke needs bodies, whites. Quality bodies who can handle the intensity of Premier League football. Every minute Hamer delays his decision is another minute our rivals are getting stronger, another minute we're falling behind in the preparation for the biggest challenge of our recent history. But wait, there's more to this transfer madness, and what I'm about to tell you might just be the ray of hope we've all been desperately waiting for. James McAtee, the name that should have every single white jumping out of their seat with excitement. Manchester City's 22-year-old wizard, the England under-21 international who Pep Guardiola himself has praised, might just be heading to Elland Road, and for only 20 million. Whites, listen carefully because this is huge. City have just made a decision that could change everything for us. They've released McAtee from their Club World Cup squad, choosing instead to let him join England's under-21s for the Euros. Jack Garwin from Sky Sports dropped the bombshell, probably signals the end of his time at Man City. This isn't just any ordinary player we're talking about. This is a lad who's been in City's system, who's learned from Pep, who's got Premier League experience with 3 goals already under his belt. He's everything we need: technical ability, work rate, and the hunger to prove himself at the highest level. McAtee spent time at Sheffield United. Yes, the same Sheffield United where Hamer is dragging his feet, and he showed exactly what he's capable of. 3 goals, 4 assists in 30 championship appearances. But here's the beautiful part. He's ready to step up. He's ready to embrace the challenge of Premier League football with Leeds United. Can you imagine him in Farke's 4-2-3-1 system? The pace, the creativity, the ability to play as a number 10 or on the wing. This is the kind of signing that could transform our entire approach to Premier League football. While other clubs are spending £50 million onto players who might not adapt, we could get a proven talent for 20 million. But here's what's driving me absolutely mental, Whites. We're not the only ones interested. Other Premier League clubs are circling like vultures, and every day we hesitate is another day they get closer to stealing him from under our noses. This is our moment. This is where Parag Maratha and the 49ers need to show they're serious about keeping us in the Premier League. McAtee represents everything we stand for: young, hungry, talented, and ready to fight for every single point. The question isn't whether we can afford him, it's whether we can afford not to sign him. With Gelhardt likely heading out the door and Hamer playing hard to get, McAtee could be the signing that defines our entire Premier League campaign. Whites, we've reached the crossroads that will define the next chapter of Leeds United's incredible story. 3 players, 3 different paths, but all leading to the same crucial question. Are we ready to learn from our past and build a future worthy of this magnificent club? Joe Gelhardt's departure breaks our hearts, but it also teaches us a valuable lesson about nurturing talent and giving opportunities when they matter most. Gustavo Hamer's hesitation shows us that reputation alone isn't enough. We need to prove we're a club that can compete at the highest level and provide stability for ambitious players. And James McAtee's availability gives us the chance to show that we can identify and secure the right talent at the right price. This summer isn't just about buying players, it's about building a mentality, creating a culture, and proving to the world that Leeds United belongs in the Premier League and intends to stay there. Every decision Daniel Farke and the board make in the coming weeks will echo through Elland Road for years to come. So I'm asking you, Whites, are you ready for this journey? Are you ready to support every decision, back every signing, and show the world what it means to be part of the most passionate fan base in football? Hit that like if you believe in this team. Subscribe if you're ready to follow every twist and turn of this incredible summer, and drop a comment telling me which of these 3 stories shocked you the most and what do you think Farke should prioritize in the transfer market? Because one thing's for certain, Whites, this is just the beginning, and if you think this summer has been dramatic so far, you haven't seen anything yet. The Premier League waits for no one, and neither should we. Marching on together,